What did you see on the touchdown route? Gage kind of ran back and then found Arconato. It seemed like Arconato really did a good job of finishing that route there. What did you see on that
Well,
play?
they have landmarks when the quarterback breaks the pocket and they run to get there. I mean, the quick way would be to try to get in front of his hand. That'd be the general notion of it. And so he found him back there, so I thought that was pretty good.
Always talked about Aesop as a guy who gets a lot of mop-up balls and is really good at finishing routes, but it seems like a lot of the other guys do that pretty well too. Do you think they feed off of him in that respect? And I know they'll work on that on their own too, but do you think you have a group of receivers that does that better than most?
I think when you get one guy that's a good example of it, other guys will try to duplicate it and learn from it, and I do think that's happened, and I think it's helped us quite a bit offensively because plays aren't necessarily dead just if they're initially covered.
Are the quarterbacks making it a little hard for you guys just because they do seem so even right now? They're both playing well, moving the offense pretty well. I know it's a good problem to have, but at the same time, you're also looking for a starter.
Well, we have three that have played really well, and so then, we'll just have to continue to evaluate.
How do you think both of the guys did today?
I thought both of them did good. Gordon was really explosive starting out and scored when he got down there. Gage did some good things out of the pocket and checked some good runs.
There haven't been many picks the last few days. I can't think of one this week. Do you think that's another category that you talk about avoiding turnovers, and both of them have done that?
Yeah, avoid turnovers and don't take negative plays.
And then there was a kind of a screen to Calvin Jackson. I think Liam Ryan sprung that. Can you talk about that play?
Yeah, that play was a mess. That play was a mess. There really wasn't a lane there. It was pretty plugged up, and so then Calvin adjusted and found space, and with everybody down, once he found that space and got past him, there was a ton of field. So he did. Calvin in particular, I thought Liam did a good job of finishing the play and keep playing, but so did Calvin in particular. Kept playing. It wasn't like you draw it up, but found space and was able to get in there and make a play.
Oscar, we were just talking to Oscar, and he talked about how he felt like he let you guys down in some games last year, but from the outside, it looked like he was an all Pac-12 type of punter. When you look at his season last year and his first year playing at the FBS level, what comes to mind when you think of?
Well, I think I think he's gotten better and better. I thought he had a good year last year. I think he's gotten better and better. He punts it, as far as anybody in the conference, and then, of course, it's kind of a mixed bag. We're trying to not let him punt at all, and then, but when he does, we need a great punt, and he provides them.
Does he have more confidence than most punchers you've seen in your history?
Yeah, and I think that's one of his strongest qualities. Is he's a very confident guy and can move on from one play to the next, and I think has the ability to not put so much pressure on him that he can't continue to elevate.
Is Blake similar in that respect too, as far as his confidence? Blake,
yeah, I think he's gotten better over the off season.
You had a few more cameras around here today. I mean, it was kind of maybe the first trial run to what you guys might be doing. I know nothing's official yet, but what did you think of having those people around today?
It's all right. Just ignore them. Practice ignoring the cameras because they want a genuine look, and we're not going to get our work done unless we effectively ignore one another. So it seemed like it worked pretty good for both sides.
Did you brief the team about that before practice or at a meeting any point in the last few days?
Not really, just that first huddle. I didn't realize, but then all of a sudden there's cameras all over. I just told them to ignore them and do their job, and it seemed like we did.
Is it really that easy to avoid a boom mic that's 2 inches above your head, or can you even tell that it's there half the time?
Once in a while, you get better at it.